Erica here with Prep Scholar GMAT. Back today with my #1 GMAT critical reasoning trick. As always, if you like this video, please hit the button to subscribe and feel free to check out our online program and tutoring options on the Prep Scholar website or head over to our blog for even more great GMAT content. Links are in the description. The most common issue I see on critical reasoning questions is students answering the wrong question. Like reading comprehension, wrong answer traps are designed to mimic the wrong part of the passage. Critical reasoning wrong answer traps are designed to answer good questions about the passage and its topics, but not the question that is actually being asked. The solution is to be sure you know exactly what the question is asking for by putting the question in your own words, making sure to define any vague language. Let's go over what this means in terms of a real GMAT problem. All right, so we want to find an assumption that the argument depends on. So we want to find something that must be true for our argument to be valid. Okay, well, what's the argument? If you've watched our video on how to master GMAT critical reasoning, you know that skimming for transition words is the secret for quickly finding our argument. This leads us to however and since in our last sentence. All right, so we found our argument. Now we need to put it in our own words and plug it into our question. The argument tells us that vaccinating children with the nasal spray would not result in a significant public health benefit. This is because influenza doesn't cause serious complications in children. We know from the previous sentence that the vaccine is effective for children, so we can reframe this as keeping kids from getting influenza is not that beneficial because influenza in kids is not that bad. Putting this all together, we want to find something that must be true if keeping kids from getting influenza will not be that beneficial. Scanning through our answer choices, we see that only one addresses the correct question. Answer choice D tells us that adults don't primarily contract influenza from children. Now, if this wasn't true, while children with influenza wouldn't develop serious complications, they would still be the main reason that adults get influenza. And we know from the passage that influenza does cause serious complications in adults. So even though children themselves wouldn't see a major benefit from not getting influenza, adults would benefit from children not getting influenza, because it would mean their main source of influenza and all of its nasty adult complications is gone. So this means that in order for our argument that keeping kids from getting influenza is not beneficial to be true, adults must not primarily contract influenza from children. Now, if we look at the other answer choices, we see that they answer other valid questions about the argument. For instance, C addresses whether or not the current method of vaccinating adults has significant benefit, while E addresses whether or not using the nasal spray to vaccinate adults would have significant benefit. If we didn't take the time to figure out that the question is asking specifically about the benefits of effective vaccination of children, we could have easily used a wrong question to justify a wrong answer. If you have any questions on what we talked about today or suggestions for future videos, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching and happy GMAT studies.